Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Whitney Ward.
And I'm Tom Sherry.
Well, vaccinated sections at large venues are becoming more and more popular. Just yesterday, the governor actually changed the rules to allow them to become even bigger and less restricted.
So exactly how will these sections actually work? Our political reporter Casey Decker is here to answer some of those key questions. Casey.
Well, guys, first let's go ahead and just break down what exactly is allowed in these sections.
These sections can be filled to 100% capacity with no distancing required, meaning you actually can sit right next to strangers. And as of yesterday, masks are no longer required in the fully vaccinated sections. Meanwhile, any portion of the stadium or arena where people who aren't fully vaccinated are allowed, those still have to follow the phase requirements. Starting Tuesday, the entire state will be in phase 3. That means 25% capacity in outdoor stadiums with a maximum of 9,000 unvaccinated people, or 50% capacity in indoor arenas with a maximum of 1,000 unvaccinated people. Groups must be 6 feet apart and everyone must be wearing masks. So clearly some benefit here to being in a vaxxed section. The question is, of course, who's allowed in? If you're 16 years or older, you must be fully vaccinated to get in. That means it's been 2 weeks since you got your final dose. For adults, there are no exceptions to this. Either you're fully vaxxed or you go into the unvaxxed section. So what about kids then? Well, kids ages 12 to 15 now have 2 options. 1, they can get in if they are fully vaccinated, now that they're eligible for the shot. Or 2, they can get in even if they aren't vaccinated, if they have tested negative for COVID in the past 3 days. Children ages 5 to 11 only have one way to get in since they're not vaccine eligible yet, and that's a negative test. And children under the age of 5 can get in regardless, no vax or test required, as long as the adult they're with is fully vaccinated. All right, the next question, of course, how do people know you're fully vaccinated? Well, the governor's office has outlined a list of acceptable forms of proof. 1, of course, is your actual vax card. 2, you could take a photo of the card and print it out if you're into that. 3, you could just show a photo of your card on your phone. Or 4, you can show paper or digital records you got from your healthcare provider or downloaded from the state database.
Now, some places around the country have created more advanced vaccine passports that are basically just harder to theoretically fake. But Inslee has been consistent in saying that Washington State has no intention of creating or requiring anything like that here, though if individual businesses want to require more advanced proof, that's their prerogative. Whitney, Tom.
Thank you, Casey. Well, in Washington, if you're fully vaccinated, you no longer have to wear a mask. Some businesses now are dropping the mask mandate, while some other businesses say they will still require everyone to wear a mask.
KREM 2's Amanda Rowley talked to a couple of local businesses who posted their decision to do so on social media. So she is joining us live in downtown Spokane tonight. Hi, Amanda.
Yeah, good evening. I don't know about you, but I saw a lot of masks get ripped off last night after Governor Inslee's announcement to change the mask requirements. But some businesses are saying not so fast, which means you're going to probably start seeing some signs like this here at Boo Radley's, where they say masks are still required here, even if you are vaccinated. Now, Auntie's Bookstore posted on Facebook it will be requiring masks until further notice. It points out the statewide mandate is still in effect, and only 37% of Spokane County is even vaccinated. This data was reported yesterday by the Spokane Regional Health District. Now, following this post, Boo Radley's and Ruins shared similar posts saying they stand together in this. Now, both Boo Radley's and Ruins told me today requiring masks for everyone is not political for them. It's a decision they made as private businesses to protect the health of their staff and customers.
I mean, we care about our staff. They're our family and our best friends. And any little thing I can do or have other people do to continue their safety, it's easy. There's no question. I would definitely have people wear masks until next year if necessary.
It would be nice if we could just assume that everyone who comes in here is vaccinated and isn't going to, isn't going to make anyone sick, but we can't assume that. And I think, as we've seen already, having an outbreak at a restaurant can be just another challenge to heap on top of all the challenges we already have.
But it's not just small businesses keeping the mask mandate. You'll see this at big chain stores too, including Target, Home Depot, Starbucks, and all Kroger companies such as Fred Meyer. Now, on that note, a spokesperson for the Spokane Regional Health Department told me a business can ask if you are vaccinated or to see your vaccination card, but you do not have to answer if you do not want to. But the business does have the right to create a mask mandate for their private establishment. And I do want to acknowledge that not all businesses are keeping the mask mandate. In fact, here at O'Doherty's around the corner from Boo Radley's, they have a sign up today saying if you are fully vaccinated, come on in. You do not need to wear a mask. Reporting tonight in downtown Spokane, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. And on the other side of the spectrum, we said Trader Joe's, Costco, and Walmart no longer requiring masks for fully vaccinated people. Stores will not require or ask for proof of vaccination from customers. Employees will still be required to wear them.
So getting fully vaccinated, as you can see, has its perks, but don't even think about faking a vaccine card because that has serious consequences. With the CDC and the governor announcing restrictions are easing for people who are fully vaccinated, officials are getting a little worried about fake vaccine cards. The FBI says owning and distributing them is a serious offense.
So this is actually a federal crime. It's called misuse of a government seal. And it comes with potential prison time and or fines.
Governor Inslee says the state has no plans to make people prove that they have been vaccinated. Well, Spokane Public Schools had its first vaccination clinic today at North Central High School.
Yep, the clinic was just for North Central students, but there are actually going to be many more clinics at the district's 5 other high schools throughout this month. So the next one is going to be at Lewis and Clark High School on Monday. That's going to be open to the public, not just students or staff. The district says vaccines are voluntary. They are not a requirement to attend school. We did talk to several students today who were relieved to finally be able to get their shot.
It's been weird to just live through this at all, but it's been very exciting to look forward to this, knowing that I can be a part of what's to come after COVID is not a problem anymore.
Parents or guardians must consent and register their children for the vaccine, but they do not need to be present for the actual vaccine process. For more information on all of these clinics through SPS, just text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000 and we will send a link right to your phone.
Well, Governor Inslee says the state could reopen sooner if 70% of Washingtonians over 16 initiate their vaccination as of today. Well, as of today, around 57% of people over the age of 16 have had at least one dose of the vaccine, and about 43% of the entire Washington population is fully vaccinated. Here in Spokane, it's all about getting more people vaccinated. About 46% of residents have started the vaccination process. The state is planning to work with businesses to provide incentives for vaccinated people, like gift cards and prizes. So bottom line is, the governor says if we want to fully reopen, he encourages everyone to get the vaccine.
All right, let's take a look outside just because we can, because what a view there at Lake Coeur d'Alene and really pretty much everywhere you are today is absolutely gorgeous. And this weekend, man, oh man.
Well, I'm telling you personally, this sunshine, that's the shot in the arm I needed.
There you go.
This is absolutely beautiful, and it's going to get great for the rest of the week. Take a look now at the temperature. We're at 74 degrees, and in some of those earlier shots of Lake Coeur d'Alene, we had quite a few boats out there enjoying themselves. Wind out of the west at 9 miles per hour. Only showers you see on the satellite and radar pictures over there in areas of western Montana. For the weekend, Saturday 81 and sunny, 83 and on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. I'll check the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up. And I will tell you, though, this warm weather is not going to last. We've got some showers next week.
All right, we'll enjoy it while we can,
Sure.
at least. Thank you. New at 4 tonight, the Coeur d'Alene Press, which is a KREM 2 News partner, is reporting the murder charge against a Bonners Ferry chiropractor has now been dropped. Daniel Moore was accused of killing fellow chiropractor Brian Drake at his office in March last year. Moore actually confessed to the killing, they say, but the judge determined it was coerced by investigators. His attorney argued the prosecution relied exclusively on the confession to establish probable cause and lacked any additional evidence to support charges. The judge agreed, saying there is no admissible evidence in the record to establish that he committed the crime. Well, robocalls hit record highs in the U.S. right before the pandemic. Money lost to scammers as well as frustration about the never-ending calls is also skyrocketing. So why is it so hard to stop the calls?
Honestly, that based on the way the network is set up and the way technology is right now, that it is not possible to simply flip a switch and make something happen and make everything stop.
Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we've got tried and true tips that you can follow today to help crack down on some of those robocalls. Make sure to join us for our KREM 2 special report. That's tonight at 6 o'clock.
Well, good news here. The Spokane Shock kick off their season tomorrow. They play at the Spokane Arena, which is currently also being used as a mass vaccination site. We got some insight on all the hard work that's taking place to make the arena football ready.
Also, a ranch near Sandpoint welcoming its newest Clydesdale this week. We were there when a group of students got to meet the horse as well, and you don't want to miss this story. We'll be right back on KREM 2.